Hello guys, I'm Caro and welcome to my YouTube channel. And today our channel is taking a different direction. Like, I've decided to be vlogging about business stuff. We all want to make some money and put some coins in our pocket, and I think I have some knowledge of how we can do that. Yeah, me and you and everyone else. Yeah, I've discovered there are pretty many ways of making that extra coin that you need to do some stuff. So today, in our future vlogs, we'll be having some interviews with people who have started some businesses. Yeah, that's the direction. But for today, we shall start with my own journey. Yeah, okay, it's not a long journey, but I know I'm not rich, but I've tried to make one or two steps that I think everyone in the early 20s should try, and I'm sure they won't regret. Yeah, they won't. So today, I'll tell you my money making journey, like the hustles that I've tried the few years that I've lived on this earth. Okay, there are like three major ones. Yeah, three. So you have to keep up with this video, watch till the end until you hear all of them, because all of the three hustles have really given me resilient skills. Okay, some hustles I made money, others I lost, and others just gave me the experience. So basically today we are going to talk about that, and I think it's important for everyone to hear. So my money making journey started some like 6 or 7 years ago. I'm not sure. That was immediately when I left high school. Yeah, I was in so much hurry. I remember after the second week after completing my Form 4, I was there in my village, and an idea came into my mind. Carol, you are bright, so why don't you try to coach or do some tuition to some kids? And since I'm that person, when I think of something and I think it can really benefit me, I just get into it, pap. So the main challenge at the first place was, where do I get the venue? So I remember talking to our pastor. I was like, can you lend me the hall for like 5 days a week, like 2 hours, that is from 10 to midday. I do some tuition here. And our pastor then gave me the idea, what if I talk to the PTA chairperson, because okay, the school nearby is sponsored by our church, and so our church has so many members in the school committee, and they give you a classroom. And that's what happened. They talked and allowed me. Mind you, that time I finished high school when I was too young. Yeah, I was still a minor then, and I got the class. I wrote some announcements. I don't know, you guys have ever experienced this Ushago setup, where you write your announcements, distribute them, so the announcement is read in the churches in that locality, and we began. Mind you, I was just charging, was it 20 bob? Yeah, I was charging 20 bob per student. The students I began with were the primary school students. Yeah, the class 4, class 5 up to class 8. And I did it for like 3 weeks, because the 4th week was the Christmas time, and you know, during the Christmas time no one wants to get their brain tired. And mind you, yeah, I made, in those 3 weeks I began with like 5 kids. The number went growing up. In our third week, I think we had like 15, if I remember very well. Yeah, so that small hustle gave me some money, and that's the money I used to buy myself Christmas clothes. My mom knows her daughter is this person who sorts things up. So that one was my first hustle. Mind you, I didn't know whether it was going to grow big, because in the later years, in the later years, I got so many, okay, so that was done. That was that year, and I've done the tuition and we have closed that chapter. I've made some few cents. So the next hustle that I did, that one was the employment. I guess that's the only my first employment. I got employed to teach. Yes, I've ever worked as a teacher in high school. Those peer teacher staff, the BOG guys. So that one was easy because I never did any interview. I taught in the school where I studied for like a period of 8 months. And during the weekends and when on holiday, when we closed the school and I went back home to my village. Now, some parents who had their daughters in Form 3, Form 4, Form 2 started contacting me. I do tuition for their children. So I remember during the April holiday, the August holiday, I had 3 students. Yeah, so I was teaching one from 10 to 12:30, and the other 2 in their homes. I was doing it from 2 to around 4 or 4:30. So that time, I'm telling you guys, I'm this hustler. So in a day, I would make 500 bob. That time was a lot of money, but I never had this saving skills. So, all my money was going. I was flashing it out. I will be there eating snacks. I was still a minor. I didn't know that I could save or anything. Buy some snacks, share it with my brother, buy some clothes. It's of it to those funny things. So my hustle number 1. So if you are out there and academic wise you are brilliant, don't waste that chance. Talk to your neighbors, talk to your mom's friends, your dad's friends, those who have students in high school, students in primary school. Tell them that you can help them, coach them, sharpen their academic skills, help them in preparing for their national exams, and you will make some coins out of it. And actually, that tells you I never stayed idle during that period, because the experience was great, and I thank God because some of the people, the 3 girls I tutored that time, they have all graduated. One has the same degree as myself. We studied in the same school, same course. Another one still at the same university. She did a media course. Another one at Embu College. She did procurement. So I can say I've mentored someone. Yes. Now my second kind of a hustle is the hardest. Yeah, the hardest, where I literally did a lot of work. No, the last hustle that I got, that I will share with you, it's the most hardest hustle that I've ever done. Okay, so fast forward, I've joined campus, and kama kawaida, if you don't have that extra hustle, your parents' pocket money won't be enough. And even if you are getting help, we don't know, help comes after 2 weeks, it's gone. You don't know where it has gone to. So after my first year, we went for this long holiday. First, I stayed at my aunt's place at Mombasa Road. And then after like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I went home. So I'm at home. very idle. I wasn't feeling like teaching. I got such offers, but I didn't feel like. I felt no. You know, guys, I'm this small bodied, and that time my face even looked way younger. I had that baby face, so I was feeling like whenever I'm in class teaching, these people, some of them even are my age mates, some are slightly older, and there is that mazoeano. Like I feel no, and I felt myself. I'm like, should I even behave? I had such things, so I had that conflict within myself. How should I behave? Expected to behave in this mature manner, and I felt that's too hard for me because I was still a kid then. Because I think I got my ID while in campus, something like that. So I was pretty young, and I felt teaching wasn't a good option. So fast forward, I told my mom I want to hawk. Yes, I've worked as a hawker, hawking in the village and in my town, in the nearby towns. And my mom was like, okay, what do you want to hawk? I said, I want to hawk clothes. So my mom went and got me some blouses from Gekomba. Okay, I began that business with 1,000 bob. My first stock was 1,000 bob, courtesy of my mom. So my mom bought the blouses and she brought them to me, and I began. Thank you to my mom's friends. Manze mlini support ile mbaya. And I would wake up after I'm done with the house chores or the home chores. Okay, the home chores, because it includes getting napier grass for the cow. I've done all that work. So at around 10-11 I would be done and ready to get my, you remember the yellow paper bags, the big ones? That one was my carrier bag. I have my blouses there, start moving around from home to home in the village, and I would make sales. Some I would do on credit, but my clients were very good. They all made sure they paid me. So this is the strategy I made. You know, when you are a knocker, you have to develop a strategy for your client. You are taking your product to them. So in most cases, them buying your product wasn't in their plan. You are the one who is imposing that plan. So there are high chances they have not budgeted for that. So this is what I did. My stock would come on mostly Monday or Tuesday. So I hope when Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm doing the hawking from door to door in our village, and some days at the nearby town, that is Runyenjes, and some other towns. So I would give these guys 2 days. The ones who are buying on credit, I would give them 2 days or 3 days. So on Saturday and Sunday, basically I was collecting the dues, and my clients, most of them were so good. They never failed me, and the fact that I was small, and my mom has been that business some years back, so they were feeling some pity for me, and they are like, let's buy for her, and that continued. So by the time, that was during the first month of my long holiday, my very first long holiday. So by the time it was September, and it was time for me to join school, to go now for my second year. Mind you, I had grown my business to about, it had a capital of like 8,000 or 10,000 from 1,000 bob. What am I trying to tell you guys? You have to start with what you have and be willing to put on the hard work, because I grew my business from a 1,000 bob to a 10,000 bob. Okay, that business, I didn't do it. The moment I got back to the uni, I just left my mom to continue, and me got my proceeds, and she added her profit, capital, more stock, and she continued. So I quitted. Now I'm back to campus, life at campus, but I'm dating you are in second year, that's when you are knowing all the streets and all that. Now fast forward. Okay, that was okay to give me experience. So I think, well, in that day I also tried to do the hawking while in campus. I was hawking what? Panties for the ladies and the bras. So a friend of mine, she's called, I won't reveal her name, she and I would go to Isili or Kamukonji, get our stuff there. Then after we are done with our lectures, because we are doing the same course, we would go to the hostels, from door to door. Go there, hi girls, we check our stock, they are nice. So basically I was making some coins for my lunch and all that. That time I stopped eating rice and beans, guys. I can graduate to pilau. Eating pilau, or if you are spending 50 bob on your lunch and you're in campus, you qualify to be one of the bazos in that school. So I did that in that year, but I was doing it alongside writing because I began writing while in second year. Yeah, so this one I was just doing it for fun, like, because you would maybe have a lecture in the morning and the next lecture is in the afternoon. So around between 10 and 1, you don't have a class. Instead of just moving around, because I wasn't staying in the school compound, so instead of idling wondering where you will stay for those hours, because I'm not the library type, I would get my friend and I would at times split. You go to this block, I go to the other, and that's how we were doing the business. That is me as a hawker. And even now, because I still sell t-shirts, I sell them online, but I'm more of a hawker at the same time. Once I'm done with my writing and all that and I feel like walking around, I just get my stock, my t-shirts and the bra tops. I don't know where they are, I will show you next time. I go hawking around Rugai. I'm that kind of a person, but right now my main hustle is writing. Now let's get to the third most difficult hustle that I ever did. Mimi hapa nimeuza avocado. Yeah, I've been an avocado vendor. So I remember it was in 2018 and I had gone to Kasarani when we had these Everton, I don't know, were they playing Gor Mahia or Kariobangi Sharks? That sport pesa thing when Everton came to Kenya. So a friend of mine, we had organized a meetup, and now my friend introduced me to the other friend who has turned up to be one of my support systems in business. So that guy now tells us, oh, you guys, I have this offer. Some guy told me they have a company at Mombasa Road. No, not Mombasa Road, Airport Road, that they are in short of supply of the avocado. You see the export ones, the ones with a very rough skin. I don't know how, let's call it the skin. So it was like, I have that. They are in need of supplying, but apparently he never knew where to source them. And me being me, when I hear somewhere to make money, I'm like, madam, know everything. I was there and I'm like, oh, so you have the orders, but you don't know where to source. I'm like, I know where we can get these products, this avocado. And he was like, oh, really? Yeah. I'm like, yeah. So I told him, give me a week, I find the source, and after I found the source, I will get back to you. That's what exactly happened. So the following week, I went to my shags, and I have seen those avocados. I did my survey, worked within our village and the neighboring village. I started telling my friends what I'm doing, and they helped me connect with other people. And boom, I got some samples. We took them to the company, and when we took them to the company, and they were like, oh, we like your products, now you can go and bring them massively. We thought this thing was easy. You know, with the avocado business, you really have to be good in your logistics. So in the course of that week, we launched a mission to our shags, village to village, got some guys who would transport us using the motorbike, and some to pick for us areas we correct. So we did that for like 3 months. So we would live around, that was before curfew, that is in 2019. So you have your pro box full of the fruits. You live, we would leave Embu around 7 in the evening or sometimes 9. By the time we get to the company, it's like midnight. No, you have found other farmers and other suppliers. You have to wait until yours are sorted, washed, and packed, and you know how many boxes you have delivered. And some you'll be paid immediately or wait for 2 to 3 days. So there are days we would leave the company at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. So after that we get Uber and kila mtu anaenda kwake. So that one was so challenging. I would walk a lot. At times you cover like 3 different areas. Okay, this is what I mean. For those of you who know him, you are in Ronyenjes, you are in Kieni, you are in Chicago, in different farms collecting. Yeah, that one demands a whole devotion at a whole level. Those times this makeup I wouldn't put on, for what? Who will? And you are in the bush there. So what am I? Okay, the moral of the story is that there are so many things that you can do once you decide you can. It is a matter of you deciding and devoting yourself. Okay, for you to make any money, you have to be quick and don't select. Okay, like, do what you need to do. Start where you are. Start with what you have. You have seen, like, for me to do my tuition, I began by talking to a pastor who talked to the PTA chairperson. They gave me a classroom, and boom, I did tuition for 3 weeks to young kids and made like my 2K there, and I bought myself clothes. That was immediately after I left Form 4. The next so that I did was during my long holiday after first year. I grew from 1,000 bob to 10,000 bob in a span of 3 months. This other one we made our money, and then 2020 I wanted to resume, but when COVID came, the restrictions, these guys from Muranga saying, oh, you need, I don't know what, we were like, oh, this business gonna be tiresome, let's leave it. So now I've also resumed to my hawking business. I'm selling men t-shirts, and some are unisex, and also ladies tops. When you need someone to get for you things like the bridal things, those makeup, I'm the person you talk to and get the suits, the gowns. I have my suppliers who will give you at a very fair price. So just talk to me. So guys, as I urge you to continue subscribing, because in the next series I think I'll be interviewing a friend of mine who has begun a beauty shop from scratch by herself, and she's doing well. She will share with us her story. So the thing is, guys, subscribe, because from now on, for like the next 3 months, our videos will be about how you can start a small hustle, make it maybe your main hustle, your side hustle, or whatever it is, borake you make that extra coin because you really need it. Yeah, we all know like the inflation in our countries has hit very hard, so we need that extra coin. So moral of the story, find that niche, dedicate yourself. The thing is, ujitume nani. If you don't do that, nobody else will. I'm telling you, it is you. Okay, my motto in life is, I have me to save myself from the poverty, from wherever. So I have to begin, I have to dedicate myself, I have to push myself hard, because if I fail to, no one else will. So basically, guys, you have yourself to save yourself. You don't have to really first to have the money. Some things you can just start with your ideas and people will come to them. If you are selling something, the first category to look up to are your friends or your mom's friends, especially your mom's friend. You know those guys like you and they like your mom and they will like to support to mtoto wa nani. We can see the effort that he or she is making. So just start that step. Mind you guys, Musidhani too, I've been doing all these things because I can't do something else. Academic wise, I'm an A student material. I've done one of the hardest courses, but apparently sijapata job. Yes, my degree is in actuarial science. So, but that one doesn't hinder me from trying anything. Hata kama ni ukulima or whatever it is, as long as I can see a way to make some extra coins and some good money, I just get into it. So guys, till next time, that is next week, maybe a day like this one, we will drop another vlog. So meanwhile, watch this video till the end, subscribe, continue subscribing, sharing with your friends and encouraging them to subscribe, and we will grow together and make that extra coin together. I need you, you need me to get rich. Wow. Bye bye, and I love you. And by the way, thank you so much for those of you subscribed, shared and watched our last video. Once you get to the channel, don't just watch this video alone, watch the previous videos. We have a video of how I got broke, how my heart break, the first time I got conned, how I overcame the worst stressful phase of my life and all that. So make sure you check them out because you'll be encouraged and you will start that journey. Otherwise, till next time, bye bye, and I love you.